with the Cerrone Group.
Hey, driving around town.
Sorry we're late. Yeah, where are we going?
We're gonna go to North Las Vegas today. We're gonna do a driving tour, kind of around some of the main highlights of North Las Vegas.
Yeah.
North Las Vegas is one of those areas of town that we're always being asked about, and people have this negative connotation about North Las Vegas because, you know, there's moments and parts within the city, that area of the city, that can get a bad rep. But lucky for us, we know the good parts, so we're going to show you the whole thing. And it's huge.
It's huge. There's a lot of new stuff too. And I get, you know, when I'm talking to someone on the phone, they're like, I'm like, what areas are you considering, or what do you know about Las Vegas?
Yeah.
And they're only like Summerlin or Henderson. I'm like, well, have you considered North Las Vegas? They're like, well, isn't that ghetto? It's like,
no, it's not.
No, there are parts, but there's parts of Las Vegas that are
Right.
ghetto. There's parts of Henderson that are ghetto,
Right.
or whatever you want to call it. So we're going to show you some of the nice stuff you can see, and there's a lot.
Yeah, so right now we're on the freeway. We had some traffic delays thanks to me, so I'm the reason we're late. Thank you for joining us live, by the way. So we've got some. We're on the freeway. We're going to take you, show you the pace of the city. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so to give you a chance to see, like, a lot of people are assuming traffic's horrible here. It's really not that bad, actually.
It's not that bad.
It's always moving. So we're going to head up to, what do we say, Decatur and 215?
Yeah, or North 5th.
North 5th.
Yeah.
We'll start at North 5th. I think that's a really good area to show because it's definitely kind of smack dab in the middle, and it's on the edge of, like, the more industrial section of North Las Vegas versus the residential.
The VA hospitals over there.
Yes.
We'll talk about what's over there. But what's cool, and I'll be showing you the road in just a few minutes, but like North Las Vegas, it's just a giant area for families.
Yeah.
There is so many communities. There's master plan communities.
Yeah.
They've got Aliante. They have Vista. They have their own locals casino. There's a lot of reasons that bring people out there, and I mean, I think it's still one of the top places for like the lowest price per square foot in Las Vegas.
I think you definitely get more bang for your buck in the North Las Vegas area, so that's exciting. You know, the fact that, you know, people are so concerned right now about whether Las Vegas is still affordable. The answer is effing yes. Okay, first of all, yes.
It depends where you come from, I guess.
True. Well, it depends on where you're coming from. I will say that. That's a very good caveat. Thank you, Steve. But yeah, so I mean, at the end of the day, it's definitely still affordable in Vegas, but in North Las Vegas, there's still so much more room to be developed, and they're doing so much with the new homes out there that, you know, it does give you a little bit more bang for your buck when it comes to that. So absolutely. So the thing we wanted to make sure you guys know, that who are watching live, and even if you're watching the recap, you know, please be sure to drop a comment in the box below. Let us know if you have questions while we're driving, if you have an area that you specifically want us to see, if you want us to revisit a section and go back, you know, let us know. We're really excited about the fact you can just swipe up and down there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it kind of reappears.
Oh, cool.
It's really strange how they have it set up, but you know,
I don't do a lot of lives, you know.
Well, you're gonna be doing more
there we
lives,
go.
sir.
What's up, Robbie? Robbie just purchased a house.
Oh, nice.
They
Is it one
haven't.
of your clients?
Yeah, one of my clients and your clients, and really cool. They haven't gotten the keys yet, so they purchased it, closed a couple weeks ago, but they're waiting until about a week or so before back down.
Oh, nice. Where are they from?
Utah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm kind of close by Park City.
Oh, I love that area. I have a friend who was just in town, a client actually just in town the other day. Same thing,
Pollux.
Park City. Hey, Pollux. We were just talking about you in our meeting because we've got our big vlog coming out about how you were the winner of our big Chiefs game giveaway. So really excited.
Awesome.
You can use the toggle to go up and down if you need.
Yep.
Why don't you show out the window just to show the beautiful mountains, if you can see them. I'm not sure if you can see them or not. So, you know, this is kind of more of the industrial area of North Las Vegas that we're driving through. We're on the freeway. You can turn it here. Oh, you got it. Okay. So, you have one. I forgot.
Lacey, I'm aware how to use these things.
I know. I'm bossy. We both know
you
this
are
about
bossy.
me.
Yeah.
So we're on the freeway. We're on I-15. As you can see, it's getting a little bit thick on the left side of the freeway going into the city. But on this flowing, and you know, traffic does get a little thick towards 4 to 6 o'clock, but honestly not bad. Not like any other major city. And we've got several years before I think. The real state bird is the crane, the construction crane, because we're always doing construction.
There you go.
And the state flower is the construction cone.
Okay. I was going to say, I think sagebrush.
It is the sagebrush, yes.
Go. Okay.
But the
that's
reason
that's how you know you grew up in Nevada.
Yeah, it is. You're more battle-born than me, but I'm more of a realist, and I know what's really our state bird and state flower. But so where we're driving through right now is on the I-15 freeway. We're going straight. If we keep going on this freeway right now, we're at the speedway in about 15 minutes.
Yeah. So
that just shows you kind of what area of town we're on if you're looking at a map Vegas. But the reason I mentioned the state quote bird and quote all of that is because, you know, there's so much construction happening in our city that a lot of times, you know, people mistake momentary traffic issues for permanent traffic issues when it's really not permanent. Sometimes they're just momentary due to whatever they're doing on the road. So this is me letting you know traffic's not a big deal, not a bad deal here. We're okay. We're still doing just fine.
Yeah.
So we're coming up on Cheyenne and 15. On this area over here, this is very industrial, lots of big factories, things like that. But right off of Cheyenne, it does start to turn into a little bit of a residential area with some new homes. We're going to get off the freeway here in just about 5 minutes, but we wanted to jump on and show you guys kind of just what it looks like driving out to North Las Vegas, because it is, you know, different terrain a little bit out here. You know, it's a little bit more flat. It's some industrial stuff. There's definitely mountains surrounding us, but really some gorgeous views as we get further and further into that area of North Las Vegas.
You know, one thing I've found too is I have been showing homes before as far north as you can go off of Decatur or even Jones, and a client of mine was like, well, I'm going to be working at the Strat, like how long is it going to be? I mapped it. It was 12 or 15 minutes.
Yep.
You know, of course it depends what time of day you're traveling, but I mean, that blew my mind. I had no idea it was that close, but it just depends on how close you are to freeways, especially the 215 and the I-15 are best friends. So if you're close to either one of them, you're going to be golden.
The other thing too is, you know, from North Las Vegas, depending on where, you could actually just shoot straight down some of the main roads and not even hit a freeway and be about 15 to 18 minutes from the strip as well. So it just really depends on what section of the town you're positioned in.
Yeah.
So what I love right now is we're going to actually show them the end of this freeway and us beginning, well, not the end, but where the end of the 215
where it
ends.
starts. Yeah.
So where it begins, I should say, not where it ends. One thing I always joke about people, and I actually have always wanted to bring this up when we're doing driving tours, Steve, is do you know how many freaking injury lawyers we have here in Las Vegas?
More than residents?
Probably. It feels like that sometimes. It feels like we have, I'm not kidding, like 2 injury lawyers for every one freaking resident.
The lawyer there.
No, but
he did.
Oh, maybe that's why.
He did.
I thought they were paying
for forever, it was just Glenn Lerner in Las Vegas.
Oh.
And then I found this out because one of my neighbors, she worked for Glenn Lerner. Anyways.
Oh.
And I'll tell you what's more about him. Anyways, I grew up down the street from him, and he's got freaking shoulders the size of a pumpkin.
He's definitely massive. He's jacked.
Steroid use? Maybe we should talk to a different attorney about that.
I don't think we should ever make accusations like that. We at Cerrone Group did not make that accusation.
No one did. No one made that accusation at all. Anyways, he teamed up with a lawyer in Arizona who's licensed there, and then they partnered that way. So that's how you get around it. That's
I genuinely was gonna say I thought that they all like bought packages like from the one ad agency that does injury lawyer.
Because the only Glenn Lerner before, and that's Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe.
Is the way to go.
Call 877-1500. See, I'll tell you what. I've dealt with some interesting lawyers in this city, and there's some that I would recommend, and there's some that I would never in a million years tell you to spend your money with and trust. So I won't be throwing any names out at this moment in time.
Look, there's another injury lawyer right there.
Injury lawyer right there, a different one than before.
Yeah.
So,
also, Amazon has warehouses out here.
yeah,
so
actually, I'm so glad you mentioned that. I wanted to mention too, because this is such an industrial area, and it is the edge of town, or at least it is today. It's the edge of town.
At this moment.
At this moment, there are Amazons out here. Anyway, I'm not gonna sing anymore. Amazon's out here. There's a lot of like t-shirt distribution companies that do the customization, like like the logo wear, things like that.
I got another one.
A lot of construction companies. There's another injury lawyer.
There we
I know
go.
we should do like a game.
We
where
should
like
do,
drive around
yeah.
the city,
we should.
Freeway.
I think we should bet and see how many do you think on whatever.
I think we should drive every freeway one day, and we should count them, and then we should do a trivia question and give away a prize if somebody can tell us how many injury lawyers there are.
There's some more. Ed Bernstein. He's a good one.
Another good one.
And then Lloyd Baker, the powerhouse attorney. There's just so many.
I love that we always know their jingles.
Yeah.
We always know their catchphrases.
He's the guy in leather pants and the weird chopper that hasn't been cool since the early 2000s.
Oh my God, be nice to Lloyd Baker.
Lloyd Baker, that's cool, but let's get rid of those leather pants, man. Come on.
Listen, he lives in Vegas. He can do whatever he wants.
Hey, you can. You definitely can.
All right, check
So
out
now
this,
we're getting on the 215 now.
Yeah, look at all this work that's being done. So there's, again, always construction. But this is a new on-ramp, off-ramp that's being built to connect the 2 freeways so that it's an easier transition. It's a hot mess right now, but when it's built, it's going to be beautiful, I'm sure.
Let's get some questions. I think we got some already, or some people to say hello to. Hi, Oscar Love.
Hey, Oscar.
He says he was there last week. Not as bad as people think.
Thank you, Oscar.
Even had prime rib at Jerry's Nugget. That's
Ooh,
awesome.
I haven't been to Jerry's Nugget in
It's been a minute. And Olivia's on. How fun.
Hey,
Hi, Olivia.
Girl. How you doing, babe? She was here last week, too. She came and visited. We got to meet up for a little bit.
That's awesome.
Had some cocktails. It was a good time. She brought her baby. The baby had a couple of cocktails, too. That's how you put them to bed.
I think we all follow all of these people on social media, so it's good to see her on here.
I know, and it's, she's a big supporter of ours. I think she's even a channel admin or a moderator. So,
oh, wow, that's awesome.
So if anybody gets out of line, Olivia, if you're
anyone,
one of the moderators, you let them know.
Anyone.
Got one for the one in the Tookus.
So the Speedway is just past here. We're not going to end up really seeing it.
Yeah, it's about another 6 minutes, maybe 8 minutes down the road. That's where like the famous EDC concert is held.
Yeah.
That's where they do all the Speedway events throughout the year. They also do a lot of like trade show type stuff. They were at one point doing trade show stuff out there because it's such a huge.
Yeah, and there's big warehouses. There's like pro race car builders and stuff like that. Anything in motorsports, and then across the street on the other side of the freeway is honestly like the world's biggest auction you've ever seen. You'll just see thousands and thousands of cars.
Yeah, isn't that where they do all the auction houses?
All the auctions,
yeah. So and it's done like once a week,
the nicer stuff. Like we still have like the lower end like repos and stuff like that are like done by like Ewing Brothers, and those are closer to downtown. But for nice stuff, you can get like 2018 Altimas, whatever, at really good prices over there.
I love that. Yeah, I actually didn't realize that it was located out there. Boxable. Oh, that's another big company that just moved to Vegas a few years ago.
Oh yeah, they're doing the ADUs and the 3D printed stuff. I think.
Yes. What's ADU?
Auxiliary Dwelling Unit. It's more common in California.
Yeah, I knew that there was an acronym. I just didn't know what it stood for. I'm going to tell you a story. So when I was in the gaming industry, I used to run marketing for Station Casinos, which is our local
there's a
casinos.
tank. We got to show that tank real quick.
Oh, did you see the tanker? Hey.
That's no, you're in North Las Vegas.
Here's the joke. Before I even tell that stupid story, that's probably going to be of no interest to anyone. I'm going to tell you right now, when I used to work for Aliante Station, we opened the Station Casino out here. I've never driven so far out of town in my entire life, and now it is in town, which is just crazy to me. It was like a 45-minute drive both ways, and I wanted to kill myself daily on the way to that job. But it opened my head of how many bodies are buried in the desert out here, because this was a far drive from the strip.
Oh, yeah.
This is like 40 to an hour drive from this, maybe even longer from the strip back in the day, because no freeways, right?
If you happen to be a veteran, you have an amazing VA hospital. This is a newer facility. It was probably built within the last 8 years.
Not even, maybe even the last 5.
Okay, it's an amazing facility. So that's a huge draw. We have Nellis Air Force Base, and Las Vegas is home to a lot of veterans, so that can be a great place to be. And if you need to be there often or you work there, there's a lot of jobs over here because of that.
Yeah. The area out here, because it's so newly developed, doesn't have as many cell phone towers. They're putting them up very rapidly, so don't let that concern you about the North Las Vegas area. But look at this view.
I know, it's gorgeous, especially right now.
Look, you can see the strip. It's a little hazy today because there was a fire downtown earlier today. So that smoke is still kind of sitting on the city. But look at how beautiful. You can see the strip from here. Spanning view of the mountains. The people who move out here are always often surprised. God, it looks so pretty.
It's really pretty.
At the gorgeous views that they weren't expecting to receive from this North Las Vegas area. And
over here to the right, they're never going to be building a ton because past just a little bit, it's all government land. It's all Bureau of Land Management. So I don't know if you've talked about it before, but we do have, I think we have one of the highest percentages out of all the lower 48 of government land.
Yeah.
In Nevada, and that comes from getting to lead nature, getting to see all the beauty and just have access to it. So
the other thing I was going to say is we're about to get off the freeway finally, but I want to just point out we've been live for how long? How long has this been going?
10, 15 minutes.
Okay, 10, 12, maybe 13 minutes. We came from the middle of town, down at the downtown. We were genuinely downtown on Charleston and the 15, and got all the way out to the very edge of town in that short amount of time.
I think it took
during almost traffic time.
It took me longer to get from my house in Spring Valley, West Spring Valley, almost Summerlin, to downtown.
Yep.
It took me over 20 minutes to get there.
That's just it. So Vegas is really set up for ease, especially if you're moving into the newer areas on the outside of town in terms of the freeway and the access to all of the main thoroughfares.
Okay, so here's North 5th.
Oh, look at this view.
This is where we're starting.
So this is really the beginning of kind of the newest area, or the most developed area that now Tule Springs is kind of off of this section of the city.
Yeah.
We're on the very edge of the city. If you're looking at the map of Las Vegas, we are at the very top of the map. And over to the And it's exciting because this is such a new area. There's a lot of brand new homes. There's a lot of custom homes that are sort of in the middle here. North Las Vegas offers a little bit of everything. And I really do love that about this area of the city. There's just, it's not just one style of home. Like Summerlin's kind of the same thing over and over and over.
Depending on the village.
Big, small,
yeah.
But the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Out here, there's custom homes with a little bit more land. There's modern homes that are built, you know, with the builder. There's tract homes. There's townhomes, there's condos. You really have kind of a wide range.
When you get more over this way, you can, you know, have your own pigs and horses and stuff. It's just cool stuff on an acre. You know what I mean? Like you can, there's all sorts of really cool stuff. Yeah. So we also, as Cerrone Group, we have a ton of clients out here in these areas.
Yes.
I personally have at least 6 or 8 clients out here off of North 5th, off of the next exit, because it's affordable, it's new, you know, like when you're in that $400,000 range, to imagine what you could actually get out here is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And they have a ton of amenities. So they've got right here just the shopping centers. They've got Target, there's a Kohl's, there's a Home Depot, Ross. Best of all, they've got an In-N-Out. I know you were really wanting to hear about that.
In-N-Out burger, baby. Who does not love some animal fries?
And if they put an In-N-Out here, like it's going to be a good place.
Yeah.
So
the other thing too to note is, like, you know, a lot of with the Cerrone Group and our team, you know, that represents this channel that you guys are watching, we have somebody on the team who lives in every pocket of the city. So I love that we genuinely represent every single area of the city. So we have experts on the team that are living out here themselves. They can tell you what it's like to live out here. They can tell you what it's like at night, during the day, during rush hour, things like that.
Can we hit that up later, you think?
Yes, we can hit In-N-Out on the way
Okay,
back.
cool.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
We can get a shake.
Perfect.
That would be super funny. We went live at In-N-Out today, and you guys didn't want to see North Las
Pretty
Vegas
much,
at all, I'm sure.
Yeah. You just want to watch Steve drip fry sauce all down his face.
Oh, man. I really could go for some animal fries right now, to be honest with you.
Maybe we should do it.
So a lot, because it's developing out here, I think it's really important to note, you know, a lot of stop signs versus stop lights. You know, that's one thing to just note out here. It won't always be that way. That's kind of the way they begin, and then they add the lights as they go. There are also, I think, 2 different hospitals in this area alone. There's Centennial Hills, which is on that side of the area.
I mean, that's a little ways from here.
Not bad. What, 10 more minutes? Maybe.
No, it's probably 15. At least 15, 20.
You probably know better than me. But there's a hospital not far from where you're going to be needing to, I guess, visit anywhere you go in the city. Sometimes 2. You know, we've got hospitals all over the city, which is great. And now that UNLV is a tier 1 school and they've got the medical school, they're really pushing hard to have all of those students really stay here for their residencies and stay here to build their practices, so that it becomes kind of known for our medical, you know, all the medical things that we can offer. We've not been known for medical in the past.
No.
Nor have we been known for schools and school ratings and things like that. But I know that
we've been known for dental for a long time. But
have we?
Yeah, dental and law. We've had really good
law for sure.
Really good law program, and then of course lots of dental. Now this is another shopping center they're developing right now across the street. So like this area, I mean, if you would have come over here, I don't know, 6 years ago, there wouldn't have been very much.
Should I go through Tully Springs over here?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's
that
do that
better.
instead. There we go.
That's
probably
get back on the.
No, we could.
Then you have your source for fun stuff over there too.
That green stuff that people are smoking.
Yeah,
that smells funny.
that's legal. That's legal. Yeah.
So we're gonna cut through the back over here and head towards Tully Springs, which is a new master plan community that's really spreading into this area. Tully Springs is also like a natural fossil bed, I believe, that's located here in Las Vegas that you can, I think, go and I don't know if it's a natural park, or I haven't been there myself, but I just know that it's on the map. It says Tully Springs, and then there's the neighborhood Tully Springs.
Okay.
We're talking about the neighborhood Tully Springs.
Yeah, I think the Tully Springs is farther west towards like Floyd Lamb.
Yes. We got lots of schools too.
Lots of schools.
It feels like out North 5th, which is the street that's coming up here, or we just
passed
actually. There's 2-mile radius.
Yeah, this is one, right? Or what is this?
This is a different school. I think this is. This looks like it's a. I don't think it's a school at all. Is it like the YMCA?
Oh,
no.
Maybe. Looks like a school.
What is it? It does look like a school. It's a big ass school. Look at that. What school are we at in front of? Yeah, it is a school.
Legacy High School.
See, 3 in a freaking 5-mile radius. I'm not kidding.
Yeah.
There's 2 on North 5th, just back there, and then Legacy.
My high school looks so ghetto compared to this.
Well, I mean, we did go to a much older school. These are all pretty new, you know.
Yeah.
So I do, you know, I think it's cool that we're driving through here, because when I do like city tours with clients and stuff, driving them through an area like this is not super appealing or upfront, right? Oh, there's no trees, and I don't understand why there's so much dirt, and hello, we do live in the desert, by the way. But I love showing this kind of stuff because it shows the ongoing development of Las Vegas and that there's still room to grow. And I think that that's a really good lesson for anybody who thinks we're done, we're tapped, and Vegas is too saturated, too overgrown. We still have plenty of space to grow, and this proves it right here.
For sure.
Yeah.
Now, out here too, you'll see some areas that are like, this is a brand new community over here.
Yeah, we're gonna turn in and check it out.
That's very cool. But like, there'll be some homes that don't have RV parking, really large backyards. They have the full gamut over here.
Yeah, and what I do love too is, you know, this bumps right up to the Aliante neighborhood, which was built about 12, right around, actually we launched Aliante Station right in the middle of the crash, which was really the best time to open a casino. It was horrible. And that entire neighborhood itself was just really being built out, and it is just so beautiful. Oh, you know what I was going to
These are Tri-Point, right?
Yeah, these are Tri-Point
Indigo,
homes.
yeah.
I'm going to see if I can pull in up here, because these are really modern looking, and I think these guys might like
Tri-Point or Pardee, if you're familiar with
them. Pardee got not bought out, they just changed their name.
Yeah.
This is Tule Springs though, so that this is the neighborhood, the master plan community we were just talking about. I'm going to come through the backside of that neighborhood so you guys can see the really modern.
Come through the backside.
Come to the backside of the neighborhood.
Okay.
No naughty talk from you, sir.
I'm not. I was just.
You're making.
I'm a wordsmith.
You're also a total dude, and I love it.
See, from the 400s.
Yeah. Starting in the 400s, these beautiful, very nice, very upgraded and upgradable, very easily accessible smart homes that are through one of the best builders in town, I'd say.
Yeah, I think design-wise is, especially.
Super modern, very clean lines. Let's drive through the neighborhood so they can see. So most of the neighborhoods out here are going to have a little park right when you pull in. If you're interested in any of these new homes, big lesson for you as a buyer, please don't go directly to the home builder without coming to us first. We have a lot of great relationships, and we also have access to homes that are going to hit the market that might be new and things like that might not be even marketed yet. So please come to us. It'll help you understand the process a little better. Check out, hey, you want to look out the side there so that they can see. So these are like super modern, really clean lines, squared off, that really sleek look. I'm going to drive by the models for you guys here so you can check those out, because those are always the ones that are decked out to the nines. These are the models. I think they have 3 or 4 models here. And so a lot of the home builders too, just since the pandemic, are not really even offering a lot of those live tours. They don't often have somebody on site. So it's really important to just work with us so we can set up that appointment for you. Let me flip around so you can get a good view of those. So these are from the 400s, and you're looking at probably 1,800 square feet to 23 to 2,500 square feet, depending on the size of the home. I'm going to show those. There we go. So, some of these have master bedroom downstairs. Some of them have, all bedrooms upstairs, big loft, no loft. It just depends on the layout that you like. But when you're looking at new homes, this is one really nice option. Is that beeping at you?
Yeah, I think I had my GoPro on.
Oh. God, look at the view from up here.
I know, that's cool.
Gorgeous. These neighborhoods are just so beautiful. So these homes, I'm just going to drive through for one more minute before we move on, just to show. A lot of people get upset when they come out to Vegas because they aren't prepared for you not being able to own like an acre of land per house, right? These types of homes, my friends, are not going to give you an acre of land per house. None of them are going to give you an acre of land. You have to work really hard to find an acre of land here in Vegas, but we can help you do it. Don't worry.
Yeah.
These are tract homes. These are master plan community. These are homes that they have so many models. They know how many homes are going to fit before they even break ground. You don't get to do much customization, but you do get to make sure the interior design looks like you want it to, depending on what you can afford. But really, these are not going to be the homes where you aren't on top of your neighbor. They're not super close from a Vegas perspective standard. These are pretty nice.
It's all relative, right? Depends where you're coming from. I think the people that are drawn to a community, especially like this one, is they're wanting that modern experience. They're wanting to feel like they live in something that's from 2021
100%.
on up. They like the architecture, because the majority of Las Vegas, unfortunately, is stuck in the 90s. A lot of it looks like 90s Spring Valley.
Yeah, the
it's
middle
just stucco with round Spanish tile roofs. So there are, even in this modern design right here, you are seeing than some round Spanish tile roof, but you have the option right here to get the flat style.
Yeah,
and just the clean lines, more desirable paint schemes. I don't know. They just have a lot of different materials than just stucco.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and I think, and so if you want to talk about design or just anything as it relates to kind of the look and vibe, Steve's a really great guy to hit up and just discuss that with.
Yeah.
I just hit a total.
I'm a colorblind designer.
He's a colorblind designer, but he's an amazing designer.
I can help you out.
He really is, and he's very good at just being able to help you understand, what can be done in a home and what can't, just based on, the sizing of it or how it might have been built initially or how like the electrical might have been set up. Like he's got a lot of experience.
I've renovated a few homes as well, and then my family used to own a high-end furniture and interior design place, so I worked there for years.
Even though you were colorblind.
Even though I was colorblind, but I've been in homes all over the valley, and that was kind of my specialty, was spatial planning, and just helping people find the right design and style.
Is that a real word, spatial planning?
It is, yeah.
I'm really impressed with you right now.
If not, I just made it up.
I love that. All right, we're gonna go out of this neighborhood and move on to another section of Tule Springs, just because it's such.
If Lacey can get out of here,
I'm gonna work it out. I think I'm finding my way out now. When I was doing my neighborhood tours and my home tour or my city tours back in the day. And by the way, we are going to be able to be offering those again soon, so stay tuned for that announcement. For those of you who might be visiting Vegas soon and want to get to know the area, do what we're doing with you now. We're going to be able to start offering those to you as well. Now that COVID is deciding what it's going to do with itself, I don't really know what to even say. I don't want to say it's over because it's probably left. No way, that's too late. Too late. I'm already went right. Okay. Tell me to go left after I was already going right. What are you doing?
I mean, that's on you, right?
It's totally on you, but that's okay. All right, we're gonna come out of here. So anyway, this area of town is really, really popping, and we're gonna be announcing. I was saying we're gonna be announcing doing those tours soon, but this area is super popping. So we're gonna pop over to the area that has different builders, so you can get a vibe and look and feel. But I used to be known during those tours for getting lost in neighborhoods.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Take three U-turns to get out.
Okay, hi Yolanda. Robbie, what does mobile mean? Not sure. Oscar Love says, what about rentals? They've got tons of rentals out here. There's apartment complexes as well. And you know what? There's even communities that feel more like apartments, but you can buy them. They're kind of condos.
Yeah.
But they actually include everything. They include the internet.
Yeah.
And they're way less expensive than renting. So,
yeah.
But there are tons of rentals out here. Most of the time, they're going to be just mom and pop landlords. But there's everything.
Yeah, the only thing I would say about rentals is, we do have a lot of rentals here. With the current situation we have, just thanks to COVID and things like that, it's limited with inventory, very limited. So in order to get into a rental these days, you've got to have 600 plus credit, really good income, stable income, and have no evictions, no issues with your past rental history. Even with that, it can be troublesome. Honestly, and just to be very honest, the rent amounts that people are paying these days is so much on the rise that we're often asking people to just see if they could possibly buy, because we've got grant programs and things like that to help with down payment, in hopes that they actually are able to buy, because it's going to cost you less to buy than it would to rent.
It's kind of crazy.
It's more than crazy.
But if you're not able to, there still are places out here.
Yeah,
definitely. There's a ton of homes.
Yeah.
So.
We just passed, and we'll see it on the way out. As a part of the development plans for this area of Tule Springs, they've got a 30-acre park that they're building right at the forefront of this community that is amazing. It's going to have a police station. It's going to have all the see, this used to be open for me, all the amazing amenities that you would want inside of a park. And it's really amazing because it's going to serve the entire community. I think they have to wait until they have a certain number of homes built before they can actually launch it, but that's coming very soon in the plans. I was going to show you guys the neighborhood inside there, but it looks like they might have already sold out, so we're going to come around this other corner over here. So a lot of the builders out here, if you're even just doing any research online, they've got KB is one of the builders, another little park right over here, by the way. Lennar is one of the builders, Toll Brothers, TriPoint / Pardee, whatever you want to call them. Who else am I missing?
Touchstone's out here.
Century Homes might be out here as well, possibly DR Horton, or as most people say, Dr. Horton.
I've actually never heard anyone say that.
It's so cute.
That's
people
so
call me
funny.
and say, well, we were thinking about Dr. Horton. I was like, oh, the good old Dr. Horton, DR Horton.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to pull into this community. All right, we're back. Traditional in terms of like the Las Vegas look and feel,
Definitely.
So this is kind of neat. being built, right? So right there, they're putting up some of the gas and electrical, and then as we moved in, be able to see this is the sticks. Basically, we call this the stick stage, where they're doing the framing of the house. And you know, as the further streets, it feels a little. Just depends on the neighborhood and the community.
You know, that's one of my complaints about some of the areas in Summerlin. You know, like the Gardens or the Mesas. The streets are super close, so you know, you'll just see cars everywhere because there's just not a ton of room for parking, and it kind of feels a little claustrophobic.
Yep, agreed. Each and similar to Summerlin, each and every one of the neighborhoods within the subdivisions within Tule Springs has its own little park, which is kind of cool. So you don't have to rely solely on the large park that's being built. You can, you know, hang out on those and enjoy those for a bit. Should I go right, left? You direct me, sir. What do you think?
Well, I hoped you would have just turned left up there, but I didn't know where you were going.
I can make I'm gonna do
Let's do a Yui, yeah.
I'm gonna do a Yui because
we'll head on up slowly to Valley Vista.
There we go. Sorry, I was thinking we were further down than we are. It's been a minute since I've been up here.
Also, we're playing a fun game. Lacey's not aware of it, but it's, are we going to run out of gas? Because now
20 miles,
we got
baby.
20 miles.
20 miles.
We'll see.
Lacey likes to ride. I like to ride
on the edge. On the edge. She's
edge.
Honestly the complete opposite of me with a lot of things.
Yes, this is one of them.
Yeah.
He literally has asked me 3 times, do you want to get gas?
Can we go get gas?
Maybe we should get gas.
Can we
How
get
about
gas?
we go get gas?
Yeah.
Go get gas.
No, let's go get gas.
I know my car. My car. We had 35 miles to go.
How many times have you had to get...
Never.
Okay.
Never. Okay. So there you go.
Sure. Whatever.
The reason I didn't go left was because I knew it came to a stop here, but we're going to go left here, correct?
Yeah, left or right, either one. Springdale.
I think you can go right.
Yeah, turn right into there, you know?
Yeah, I'll just go right into the dirt.
Yep.
I do love this because it backs up to some of that great shopping over here off of Revere. There's some really good shopping that backs up over here. Ooh. I cannot. This is a great park.
Some of the homes are here in Aliante.
Yeah, so we've got
6-7 bedrooms.
Yeah, and then we got Nature Discovery Park right here, the corner of Aliante and Deer Springs, right off of the freeway. Gorgeous park to do. That bus is obviously blocking the view. Thanks, buddy. You know, picking up our kids from school. How dare you?
How dare you?
And then again, right next to this is all the creature comforts that you could ever ask for, right? Mm-hmm. And apparently a lawyer as well. Yeah. I'm gonna just start joking more and more about that.
Summerlin cell service suffrage. Yeah, no, it kind of is right now.
Yeah.
So
we are definitely, because we're driving and moving so quickly, we're jumping from tower to tower. So there's going to be lags. We appreciate you guys staying tuned.
You guys are troopers.
Yes. We're going to go up here. I'm just going to kind of show just the shopping area, and then I'll flip around and we can show. Look at how beautiful these tree-lined streets are.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that when you look at this, you would have like this just looks like Summerlin. You know what I mean? And people are like, North Las Vegas?
Yeah.
But it just depends what you want to do.
It genuinely, I mean, they're decorating for the holidays. The park is amazing, by the way, amazing.
It's got sand volleyball. Let's see if you can see it now over there.
Gorgeous.
Sand volleyball.
It's huge too, and green. I don't know if you guys noticed, there aren't just palm trees there. That's actually grass. So yeah, there's that. So take that and stick that in your pipe, that grass in your pipe, and smoke it.
In your pipe and smoke it.
That was a good bad joke, right? It was a good bad joke.
Great bad joke.
Great bad joke. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Just let us know. We're gonna keep driving and show you a little bit more before we hop off. We know that we're having some lag issues, and we get it. We appreciate you guys hanging with us, but tons and tons of shopping and food and restaurants and all kinds of goodies up here. We're in officially the Aliante neighborhood, which was for a long time the furthest northeastern point of the city, and now Tule Springs is kind of taking the cake on that one, so it's kind of cool. A lot of the neighborhoods up here are gated. Ooh, I'm gonna go into this one because the gate just opened for us. So a lot of single-story homes out here as well. I don't know if you've noticed that, Steve, but I feel like they did a
3-car garage. That's my language right there. That's my love language.
That's your 3-car garage.
Been kind of a poop shoot of cell service, but somebody said, is it walkability?
Great question.
It depends what you consider. What do you need to walk to? If you lived over here, you could for sure walk to restaurants and grocery stores. But I mean, like
in the park and stuff
so that for sure. Ways it's kind of like Summerlin, where you have all the manicured sidewalks and all of that.
But walkability in terms of the city, you know, there's Vegas. I'm gonna Valley Vista.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just wanted to be able to show a couple of the Allianz. That's perfect. All right, you should tell me where to go, sir. You're my navigator.
We'll run into it, but just keep going.
Okay.
Good.
So we are, this is gorgeous and modern, and really, I love the mature lamping of the Aliante area up here. I don't know if you guys heard me, because I know that we stopped for a minute due to the awesome cell service we're experiencing out here. But from a walkability perspective, you're definitely going to need a car in Las Vegas. However, different pockets of the city will offer definite walkable experiences. I'm making words up as I go. Another school here tucked away in this beautiful little community. If you guys want to look us up, we're at the Goines Elementary School, Goynes. Goines. If you want to look us up, we're at Goines Elementary.
Yeah.
You can just pull us up on the map while we're driving. This is another park, actually, Deer Springs Park over here. It's not super lush right now because of the winter, but it's definitely huge. All right, am I going left or right?
I don't know. You can probably go right.
All right.
Get to Aliante Casino or something.
Hey, that's my, that I was a part of the team that designed the logo and came up with the name.
Did you work at Aliante
Casino?
Oh,
I said it 12 times already.
That's so crazy. I had no idea.
We're gonna go over the hill here. Another section of a really great developed area. Over here next to Aliante Casino, which we're heading towards right now, actually we're passing, is back here where we're heading is actually a section that's 55 plus active adult community that's connected to the Aliante Casino over there. And I know that there's other typical standard residential homes as well back here. I'm gonna pull into a neighborhood up here.
Cool.
Any other questions coming through?
Let's see. Self-service might be a little spotty. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Guys.
You're in Vegas. Use crap shoot instead. That's a better idea. I think we said poop shoot.
You said poop shoot.
Poop shoot.
I love that they're correcting.
Yep. I'm sorry.
The jokes.
Please forgive me.
These are good bad jokes.
And then Oscar says, when we say he was talking about walkability, now he says that's why there's Uber and Lyft. Absolutely.
True. Absolutely true. And we appreciate it, and I know that those people appreciate it as well. I'm gonna just keep driving, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So we are kind of cutting through a little bit more of the Aliante section.
Yeah, this will be Valley Vista up here, I think.
Yeah, and Valley Vista kind of takes over. Again, so these are names that you guys won't need to know. We're just kind of referring to them because we know them as this is what we do for a living. But these neighborhoods are all connected and all intertwined, and you almost will never know one from the other unless it's like a design component or one's brand new and one's not. So it's really cool. Look at all this development happening on the left here.
Yeah,
there
was like the largest parcel of land in Las Vegas used to look like that,
yep.
And that's all these homes for like a mile.
Wow.
And within the last 3 years, it's almost all been developed. It's really crazy.
Steve, are you getting nervous looking at my gas gauge?
It just dropped 5 really quick.
Mm-hmm.
We got 15.
Went 5, just FYI. We did go 5 miles.
But it stayed at 20 for an obscenely long time.
I love that you've been looking that closely.
I can't help
You're
it.
so nervous right now. This is actually kind of a fun game. I do know about this game. It's my game.
Yeah.
I'm Monopoly, and I'm the Monopoly man in this game.
I just know I wouldn't do well with an electric car with limited range.
I would not do well with an electric car ever either, because I would not be trusting myself to let that run out. Like battery to me, when my phone is low on battery, I'm having an anxiety attack. When my car is low on gas, it'll be fine. It's fine.
Wow.
Everybody's fine.
No.
All right, we're in Valley Vista now, ladies and gentlemen.
Bienvenidos a Valley Vista.
Another brand new community here in the North Las Vegas area for you to consider. What do you like about Valley Vista?
It's new.
Yeah.
Almost all of it was built by D.R. Horton. There's
Dr. Horton again.
The doctor of houses. And it's affordable, honestly. I have a handful. And
these are big.
So these are some doctor
4,400 square foot. Some of the larger models. Honestly, I haven't seen model homes in tract developments like this, that size, in a very long time.
Yeah, and they have really large lofts. You can customize them a little bit. Adding bedrooms, taking away bedrooms. It's really nice. I think those for the size.
What are you looking at with that camera?
I was pointing at the house still. But I think what's the starting point on those right now? High fives?
High fives, yeah. I'd say 550 is the lowest you're gonna even. I don't even think 550. I think it's probably 570.
Yeah.
So beautiful though, light, and again, you get a little bit more space on the sides of the houses, but typical for Vegas. These houses are right next to each other. This is a tract home development, master plan community. Tract home has a negative.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a negative. It shouldn't have a negative connotation.
It just means it's not custom.
It's just not custom. That's it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, the camera is catching up to us. I don't know if this is the experience everyone's having or this is the experience we're having on the other phone because we're out here.
And if you don't have enough funds for your home, just take some of this here. That's as good as gold.
Yeah. And sell it.
Yeah.
Sell it online. We're now encouraging thievery. I love it.
Theft, yes.
Theft. All right, I'm going to cut through here. They are still finishing these streets, which is kind of cool.
Yeah. One of the things you need to be careful on if you do live in a new community is
nail. That's what we need.
back. What does that mean?
Well, I mean, that could mean that's probably why I'm a little crazy. But, you know, a half a tank, or do you run on fumes like I do? So we're going to keep on going. So this is Valley Vista.
Yeah, so left on Decatur.
Very nice area of town. Beautiful. And again, more bang for your buck. You're
Yeah.
getting, what did we say, 550 or a little bit above, like upper 500s for
a massive house, for a very large house.
3,000 square feet.
Brand
Those
new.
are huge homes here in Las Vegas.
And there's everything else in between.
Yes.
Now, these have been developed for probably since the early 2000s over here surrounding this new community. And if you take this street and you go right all the way, you will actually go to a really cool shooting range. It's outdoor. So if you're into rifles and shotguns, they actually have, it's kind of like golfing where you can rent a golf cart and then do different, like a skeet little area. It's kind of cool.
All right, buddy.
So now we're going to be heading south on Decatur. If you're looking at a map towards the 215.
I wish there was a way for us to actually like GPS track us and drop it in the video so they could see on the map where we were at any given time.
Yeah, we could use one of those apps like Strava or something for like cycling.
While we're live.
Oh, that would be cool.
Or maybe after the fact. Yeah, after the fact for sure. We're gonna start doing that.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. Okay, so I need to know, is anybody commenting? Do they fill up like immediately or do they run on fumes like me?
They just said, are there karaoke places in North Las Vegas?
Awesome, wonderful. Thank you
Perfect.
for playing. Thank you for playing the
Thanks
game.
for sniffing fumes.
There are a lot of karaoke places around town. I don't know that there are any in North Las Vegas. There might be.
So that sounds like a good business opportunity.
Sounds like an opportunity.
Yeah.
And I should definitely.
We should talk about doing
Let's
karaoke
go
places.
into business. However, like we said at the beginning of this video, we are, I'm not kidding, 20 minutes from downtown. And downtown, and as well as, not just downtown, but also Chinatown, the area over by Chinatown in the center of town.
Yeah.
They have a lot of karaoke opportunities. So you're just 20 minutes, 25 minutes, depending from those types of activities.
But forget them. Start your own business.
I know,
Let's
but
do
you're also
North
have
Las
to
Vegas.
Uber home if you're going to be drinking and doing karaoke, because that would not be safe for you to drive out here. So you can see there's some custom homes and some homes that have been here for a long time that we're passing, and some that are not part of a master plan community. And that's something that you're going to see a lot of, sort of a hodgepodge as you roll through the North Las Vegas area. You know, there's a lot of opportunity early on for people to buy parcels of land and build their own thing. And then that stopped when all the big corporations started buying up the land and then, of course, building these beautiful communities. So sometimes you'll see them sandwiched together and in between these awesome communities, and it's kind of the way of life out here.
Now, Decatur, coming up here close to 215, is really the convenience capital of North Las Vegas. They have everything you could think of, and we'll see in a minute. But I mean,
there's even a DMV out here.
We passed the DMV, and then there is, they've got a Costco, a Winco, they've got a gym, they have a Sprouts, there is
Walmart, Target.
There's everything all right here.
God, look at that sky. I'm sorry, but look at how beautiful our city is. And these streets, lots of people think that we are just the Strip and just downtown, but this is where we play.
Yeah.
When we live here, this is where we play.
Yeah. Let's see, we got another one.
Come to play.
All right, Paul, he says, how did each of you decide to make a career in residential real estate?
Paul, what a lovely question. They actually are asking about us now.
Whoa.
They like us, Steve. We're going viral.
Well, we're doing it.
Steve, I want to hear your answer.
Well, my job at McDonald's didn't work out anymore.
Oh my God, stop.
No, so like I was saying earlier, I was doing interior design and high-end furniture sales for years. So I was always in all these really cool homes throughout the entire valley. So that kind of just
custom, beautiful homes.
Oh yeah, we're talking like, the nicest of the nice. So that really sparked my interest in actual homes. So then I just decided to just do it. So
I love that.
That's mine.
My story is I had a long career as a marketing executive for Cirque du Soleil, for Station Casinos, for a lot of the gaming companies, and I did that for a really long time in Las Vegas. And decided to leave the corporate world and kind of step out on my own, starting my own company, I had like a consulting agency where I did media and things like that. And then I just got really fed up with telling people how to market their businesses and then not listening to me, because nobody wants to listen. Even though they were paying me, they didn't want to listen. So over time, I had a podcast at one point in time that had quite a few downloads and listeners. And then I just started to really find my way into the online world of marketing, all the while still loving and selling Las Vegas to anybody that I came across. So like if I traveled for anything in my life since I was 9 years old and I moved here and I fell in love with the city, I made it my job in whatever city I went to tell the baristas, the cab drivers, the hoteliers, the concierges that Vegas is the best city on the planet and you should live there and this place sucks. Like I was a butthead. I honestly would go to New York City and tell people in New York's stupid. You need to move to Vegas. Like I just was very unapologetic about how much I love the city, because I truly fell in love with Las Vegas and what it offers to so many people. At 9 years old, I just saw it. So for years and years and years, I had friends who were realtors who I would just pass my friends off to. People would move in town. They would have their friends be introduced to me. Lacey can show you all around town. She'll tell you where to live, what to do, all of it. And I did it for probably 15, 20 years. And then I would just say, okay, now that we know exactly where you want to live and you love the city, here's my friend who's a realtor. They'll sell you the house. And so at one point I was told by a few people, why are you not just selling them the house too? It makes zero sense for you to have it. It's now like the relationship stops and then they start over again with someone else. And so I decided to give it a shot. So I started the Las Vegas Gal brand, just doing exactly that, talking about Las Vegas, telling Vegas, selling the city without any expectation for real estate to be a part of it.
4 years ago, right?
4 years ago.
Wow.
And then very quickly realized I had a lot of people reaching out to me saying, I want to buy a house with you. And I was like, I don't do that. And so I decided I better do that, because it just makes no sense for me to not be able to help follow this all the way through. And so it was actually just honestly one of the best decisions I could have ever made, because it does pair so well, right? You can't have people fall in love with the city and then not be able to be a part of that last component, that turning of the key for the home. And home is so important, right? It's really where your journey begins here in the city. So that was my thing. So I'm out of I took my marketing knowledge, brought it here, grabbed this guy, told him, hey, let's figure this out together, because I'm getting kind of busy, and started the Cerrone Group. And 3 or 4 years later, here we are as a really awesome group of people.
There we freaking are.
That love doing what we do and love Las Vegas for sure.
Yeah.
And I know you guys love that story, and if you've watched any of my channels, you've probably heard it 1,000 times.
I cried.
I could give you the more flowery version, which talks about how my parents were musicians and performers, and we came to the city, and I was the only child who was never home for dinner because my parents were always working. I could go down that path, but really the bottom line is I freaking love my city. You love our city.
I love our city.
You love our city.
And when I got into real estate, OnlyFans wasn't a thing yet, or I'd probably just be doing that.
That's exactly, both Steve and I have agreed that, we probably missed the boat with the OnlyFans thing, and we will be smarter about it next time, I promise. Wouldn't it be funny if we did OnlyFans?
Can I tell you just the craziest story, though?
Oh
Listen to this. So, my wife is an insurance, she works at an insurance agency, and she's the operations manager, and she had a work dinner last night, and her boss was saying how amazing she's been, because she's worked there for a long time, and she's very timid, and she hates to make people mad, and so she had to fire someone a while ago, and she used that as the reason why she feels like she's doing good at her job, because she fired that person and their life is still okay, because then they moved on and now they're doing OnlyFans, and everyone at the office was dying, and my wife was genuinely serious. Like,
she was so happy that she gave them the opportunity to go full time into what they were already doing.
And they're just like what?
I love your wife. I love Allie so much.
Yeah,
I love her.
So funny.
She's so innocent and so sweet. And honestly, that's such a positive way to look at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Just, now she gets to live her dream from home.
I love it. So Steve, 2 things. Number 1, I want to make sure we don't miss any questions. Thank you for asking that, by the way, Paul. That was very sweet of you to be just even interested. So we appreciate that. Do we have any additional questions to answer?
We don't. Did you want to go to the 15?
So I'm actually going to get on North 5th, because we're going to get gas before he has a heart attack. So we're going to wrap it up for you guys today. I really hope that this was educational. We're going to be doing more live streams on this channel. Saturdays and Thursdays are the current plan. So stay tuned. be subscribed, because that's the only way you're going to find out unless you follow us elsewhere. Please, before you do anything else, go subscribe to this man's channel. He's putting out better videos than I'm even doing, you guys. They're really,
really
freaking good, and they're awesome, and they're just a different take, and I just love it because he was born and raised here. He can give you a completely different experience than I could about Las Vegas, and we love you. We appreciate your time and your...
Not this long, guys. You're awesome.
So
We've been
fun.
going for almost an hour.
I know. I hope we got a lot. I don't know. I want you to show them this view of the
Do they sell gas at In-N-Out?
Yeah. Did you notice that I made my way right back to the
no,
In-N-Out
I did,
section
yeah.
of the city?
Okay, cool.
I love it. So we're going to pop into In-N-Out. Look at this gorgeous view, you guys.
It's all about those winter sunsets.
Oh,
They're just
God.
insane.
And honestly, it's not normally this smoky, but there was a fire downtown that left the city covered in a blanket of smoke. So really grateful for you tuning in. Thanks again, guys. And we're going to sign off from North Las Vegas. I'm Lacey. This is Steve.
Thanks for
tuning in.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
What do I do with my hands? One of those
Exit out on the top corner.
okay.
There you go. Bye, guys.